What up and welcome to 901 Bets. Think of this as sports betting for dummies right here in Memphis. Before we get rolling, let's hit that disclaimer. And a reminder, if gambling has become a problem for you, hit that Tennessee gambling hotline, that number right on your screen, 800-889-9789. All right, y'all, let's get it started with bankroll basics. Now, this weekend, I was texting some friends saying, give me a number between 5 and 10, because I wanted to place a few sprinkle bets. So what's that mean? Well, I'll tell you. Think of it like this. Instead of putting all your money on one team, you sprinkle smaller bets across a few different ones. It's a way to spread out the risk, and sometimes you hit big when an underdog comes through. For example, let's say the Grizzlies are up against the Lakers and they're not favored. Instead of dropping all your cash on that one game, you sprinkle a little bit on the Grizzlies. Maybe sprinkle a little on Ja Morant to score over 25 points, then sprinkle another small bet on Jaren Jackson Jr. grabbing 5 or more rebounds. If just 1 or 2 of those bets hit, you're making back more than you put in. That's just the power of the sprinkle. It's a smart way for experienced bettors to play the underdog angle without risking it all in one ticket. Now let's move on with our bets from Bill. This one comes from an old friend, one of the forefathers of the 24th floor, Caleb Hilliard. If y'all knew how much we used to talk about betting, you wouldn't be surprised that this betting segment eventually became a thing. He sent me a bet. Let's take a look. It's the NFL's Thursday night matchup. Washington Commanders head into Lambeau to face Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers. Both squads look sharp in their Week 1 wins. Green Bay's favored by 3.5. So Caleb, my friend, he's rolling with Washington to cover. Now, y'all remember, I hit on the Commanders' money line against New York just last week. But that game was at home for Washington. And, well, the Giants aren't the Packers. Green Bay's defense was nasty last week. 4 sacks, a pick, held Detroit to just 13 points. They also shut down the Lions' run game. Yeah, Gibbs and Montgomery, giving up only 46 yards on 22 carries. Who would have thunk? Well, that's the challenge for Washington. If the Packers bottle up that run, well, Jaden Daniels, he's going to have to do it all. But remember, this isn't about Washington winning. It's about keeping it within a field goal. Washington is 8-1 against the spread in its last 9 games and 4-1 against the spread when it comes to Green Bay games. So with that being said, I'm going to agree with my friend Caleb that Washington covers. And if y'all were just curious how I've been doing on some of these betting predictions, let's check in on my Bluff City Lions record this past weekend. I went 2-2. I got Memphis covering the 13.5 spread against Georgia State right, as well as Ole Miss money line against Kentucky. But on the wrong side, I got Memphis covering the 7.5 first half spread against Georgia State. Was wrong on that one. Was also wrong on Ole Miss covering the 9.5 spread against Kentucky. And that's thanks a lot to Lane Kiffin. There's so much emotions that went into that. I cannot wait to talk to our guy, Stephen Willis, about that one this week because, oh, brother, I was mad. But anyway, my record on the season, 3-3. So not too shabby, about batting 500. We'll see what Ruben has to say about that. But as always, send me your takes. If you have a betting terminology you're unsure of, send it my way. You want my opinion on a slip or a ticket you have? Send it my way. Hell, if you even want to spotlight your W on this program, we will give you your flowers. We have fun over here, man. At me on X at RD2Sports. Text the number 901-321-7520 or just use the hashtag ABC24Floor. But in saying all that, folks, remember, producer Jared, bring it up one more time. This content is for entertainment purposes only. ABC24 and its affiliates do not encourage gambling. Viewer discretion is advised. Any betting decisions you make are solely your responsibility. We are not responsible for any financial losses or wins resulting from information presented on this program. Well, that will do it for today's 901 Bets. We've got the best thing we saw coming up. We'll be right back.